Jeff Bezos had the dream career, with a great salary and a shiny future. Then, one question shattered it. When I'm 80, will I regret playing life this safe? That question made him a billionaire. Before Amazon, Jeff Bezos was not some lost, broke dreamer. He was the guy who had made it. He was a Princeton graduate in computer science and electrical engineering, sharp enough to land a prestigious job at a hedge fund in New York. Every box was checked. Good income and a clear ladder to climb. If he simply kept showing up, life would stay comfortable and respectable. Most people around him would have called that success and stopped there. Most guys today do the same. Once life is good enough, they stop playing offense. But underneath the nice title and the safe paycheck, Bezos kept noticing something strange. This new thing called the internet was exploding. Almost nobody around him cared. For them, it was an interesting chart. For Bezos, it felt like a door opening, and he knew that staying comfortable might mean missing it forever. He was not desperate. He was in danger of something quieter, a life that was fine, but forgettable. When Bezos finally told people his idea to quit Wall Street and start an online bookstore, nobody was excited. His boss at D.E. Shaw actually said it was a good idea for someone who did not already have a great job. In other words, it is smart in theory, but you would be crazy to risk your position. Family and friends worried too. They asked things like, "An online what? Why leave a stable career for something on the computer? Could you not just invest in tech instead of throwing away your job?" They weren't evil. They were normal. They were protecting comfort, not opportunity. This is the default mindset. If your life is pretty good, your environment will always vote against big moves. This is where most men today stay stuck. So Bezos does something most people never do. He mentally jumps to age 80. He imagines two versions of his life. In the first version, he stays at this hedge fund. Good money, good reputation, predictable path. But every time he hears about the internet, he feels a small punch in the stomach, and he thinks, "I saw it early, and I did nothing." In the second version, he quits, starts the online bookstore, and it fails. That would sting, and he knows he would be proud he tried. That is when he realizes something powerful. He can live with failure. He can't live with regret. Bezos gave his way of deciding a simple name, the Regret Minimization Framework. It sounds fancy, but it's really just this. Make choices today that your 80-year-old self will regret the least. Most people ask, what's safest? What pays me the most right now? What will people think? Bezos flips it. He asks, when I'm old and looking back, will I be glad I played it safe here? Or will I hate that I never even tried? It's not about chasing every crazy idea. It's about noticing the few things that truly matter to you and refusing to leave them as what-ifs. This framework works because it cuts through fear and noise. In the moment, every big decision feels messy. You're scared to lose your income. You don't want to disappoint anyone. You overthink every possible outcome. But your 80-year-old self doesn't care about those tiny details. He cares about two things. Did you grow? Did you try the things that called to you? Looking from that future point of view does three powerful things. It shrinks short-term fear. It exposes fake excuses. It highlights the few moves that could actually change your life. Bezos didn't know if Amazon would work. He just knew this. Old Jeff would be far more disappointed that he played it safe than young Jeff would be if he crashed and burned. You don't need a hedge fund job to use this. Think about your own life. Maybe you're the engineer who keeps telling himself he will build his own app when it's the right time. Maybe you're in sales, great at bringing in revenue for your boss, but you never test building your own client base. Maybe you know you should learn how money actually works, like investing, taxes, and leverage, but you keep pushing it to next year. Now, zoom out for a second. At 80, which will hurt more? That you tried a few things that didn't work, or that you never gave yourself a real shot. That's the regret minimization framework in real life. Here's the billionaire blueprint you can steal from Bezos. Spot a wave early, some trend that is clearly growing. Place a small but real bet that gets you participating, not just watching. When something works, keep reinvesting instead of cashing out too early. Each step increases your upside, your earning potential, and your options without forcing you to blow up your life. Here is what is interesting. Bezos did not quit and say he would build the biggest company on earth. He made one narrow bet: an online bookstore. Books were practical, millions of titles, easy to ship, people already buying them. It was a simple wedge into a massive shift, the move from offline to online. From the outside, it looked small, even kind of boring. But from the long-term perspective, it was perfect. He thought, if the internet is real, future me will be furious. I sat it out. This is my doorway. Quitting his job wasn't the only big move. Bezos kept using the same mindset inside Amazon. Most CEOs chase short-term profit. Bezos kept choosing things that would pay off years later. Obsessing over customer trust instead of quick cash. Pouring money back into warehouses, technology, and faster delivery. Accepting short-term losses to build long-term dominance and future cash flows. Every time he did this, he was trading today's comfort for tomorrow's power, profit, and leverage. Each decision, on its own, looked risky or even stupid. But from the 80-year-old perspective, it was simple. Future us will be kicking ourselves a lot harder for building too little than for building too much. The same question kept guiding him. If this works, and we didn't do it, how hard will we be kicking ourselves later? That's how Amazon moved from just books to the everything store. If people were going to buy almost everything online, the future Amazon team would hate looking back and realizing they chose to stay small. Then came Amazon Web Services. Most people saw a bookstore selling cloud servers as insane. Bezos saw it this way. We're already good at this. If the cloud is the future, we'll be kicking ourselves if we sit it out. Imagine two versions of you. Life A. You stick to the script. Same job, same city, same habits. You save a bit, complain a bit, scroll a lot. Nothing is terrible, but nothing changes much either. You are not failing, but you know deep down, you are playing way below your potential. Life B. You still pay your bills and act responsibly, but you also place a few smart bets on yourself, learning high-value skills, building something online, testing small business ideas. Some fail, some work, but you become the kind of person who acts yes instead of just thinking. At 80, which version of you will you be proud of? Which one will you quietly resent? Bezos had to quit his job and move across the country. You don't. Right now, you can make asymmetric bets, small downside, big upside, without blowing up your life. Start a YouTube channel or a newsletter. Worst case, you learn. Best case, it becomes an asset. Take a focused online course in a high-value skill, coding, sales, copywriting, data. AI product design. Launch a tiny product or service on the side. Freelancing, a digital product, a simple store. These moves do not require you to be a genius or to have Bezos money. You are risking time and a bit of ego, not financial ruin. But if one of them hits, you have just built a second income stream and more control over your life. They just require this mindset. I do not want to look back and realize I never even swung. Here is how you turn this into action instead of a nice idea. Name one thing you cannot stop thinking about doing or building. Picture yourself at 80, having never tried it. How does that feel? If that feeling stings, design a tiny experiment for the next 30 days. A first client, a test project, a first video. If future you would be disappointed you never tried, that is your signal. So here is your choice. Do you keep making decisions that protect today's comfort? Or do you start taking smart, small risks your older self will thank you for? One path feels safe. The other actually changes your life. Bezos caught the internet wave early. Today, you are living through something just as big: AI, remote work, online education, global platforms. The pattern is the same. At first, new technology looks weird or not serious. Then, suddenly, the people who quietly built on it seem decades ahead. Ask yourself, which of today's tools will you hate ignoring later? For many people now, doing nothing different is the bigger risk. Inflation eats savings. Jobs get automated. Industries change fast. Standing still is not neutral anymore. It is moving backward. The real danger is not trying and failing. It is waking up one day and realizing you never adapted. You do not need a life crisis to use this. Before big decisions, career, business, money, relationships, pause and ask, what will 80-year-old me wish I had done here? Write it down. Writing has power. It pulls your brain toward actually doing it. Sleep on it. Then take the smallest bold step in that direction. If you remember one sentence from Jeff Bezos, make it this: stop optimizing for short-term comfort. Start minimizing the regrets your future self will have to carry. That is the real billionaire framework. So, think about your own life. What's the one project, move, or shift you already know you're avoiding? If you met your 80-year-old self today, what would he beg you to start, even in a tiny way? Tell us in the comments. If you like billionaire mental models turned into real-life moves, hit the subscribe button for more valuable lessons. But more important, make one decision your older self will be proud of.